Hi everyone, how are you doing, and welcome back to some Battlefield 2042 content. Today we're using the RPK. I think I dropped about 50 kills in the end. A couple of those were in a vehicle, just helping out a teammate, stopping them getting overrun with enemies with C5 and stuff like that. But, you know, the majority of them was with the RPK. I've been enjoying using this weapon. It's not the best compared to the all-out warfare LMGs. There are better options. I found the recoil to be hit or miss sometimes. Doesn't help that I have got potato aim, as you can see in these clips. You know, my aim is... It's some days, you know, sometimes it's absolutely, you know, up there, and other times it's just I'm doing circles around the enemy. So I do think I need to, you know, maybe get on an aim trainer, and I definitely do need to mess around with DPI and in-game sensitivity a bit more to kind of find that sweet spot really. So if anybody's got any sort of suggestions or tips for that kind of area, you know, please let me know, as I think my game sense is quite good in Battlefield, but I do get let down quite a bit with my aim. You know, there are gunfights that I should sort of come out on top of. You know, I get that sort of drop on the enemy, and then my aim just goes potato mode, and I end up losing the fight. I'm there like, I should have really won that. So any tips for, you know, sensitivity, or you know, things that you guys do, please let me know. You know, I really want to, I do need to get better in that area for this game. But yeah, as you can tell today, there isn't really much of a theme to this video. You know, sorry I haven't loaded for a while. Had a few things come up, but you know, we're back on it. I did do a poll the other sort of month now in regards to what kind of content you guys want uploaded on the Battlefield front. So like, sort of going over like Battlefield 2042, Battlefield 5, 1 and Battlefield 4. So I have sort of, you know, taken that into consideration. So we'll be doing sort of a bit of 2042 content, obviously with Season 5 around the corner. You know, I want to get that covered and sort of get, you know, in-depth guides, tips and tricks on that, as well as like individual videos for specialists and class guys and stuff like that, like I've done with previous Battlefield games. But I will be, you know, covering Battlefield 1 content, Battlefield 4, and I will try Battlefield 5. I have heard that there's been sort of an increase in hackers, but I'm not sure if that's just like mainly the Asian server, because I know it's been quite bad over there recently. But obviously I play on European, so if anybody's got any sort of, you know, knowledge on that, just leave it in the comments down below as well. You know, I will jump on there and see, you know, if I can maybe get a couple of games in where it's not like some guy running around at like Mach 5 as like Speedy Gonzalez, you know, just beaming people across the map with like an MMG, or headshotting people with a sniper rifle across the map, you know, getting like absolute crazy feeds with it. You know, if I can get a few good games in, then we'll do some content on that as well. And if you guys have any more suggestions as well, please leave it in the comments down below. You know, that's what it's here for. You know, I really want to sort of cater to you guys. If you've got any sort of questions that you want me to cover, you know, or any tips or anything like that you're kind of not sure about, especially if you're new to the game, I'll get it covered, and we'll yeah, help you guys sort of get more clued up with Battlefield and how to sort of be, you know, be good on the battlefield, as they say. So just going over the RPK, just sort of start of the game, there was just a screenshot showing you kind of the setup. I have got a sort of full breakdown at the end of this video, sort of covering the attachments and sort of reasoning behind it. Obviously, with it being a portal weapon, there isn't as sort of much variety compared to the all-out warfare LMGs and weapons in general. So it is kind of basic, but there are sort of a few attachments that I prefer over others. Really unfortunate about that dozer shield. I do rate it though. I've never gotten a kill with a dozer shield, so I do respect him that he got both of us there and managed to sneak up on us. So all respect from that guy. But yeah, regards to the setup, you know, hopefully I will be doing sort of more vault weapon breakdowns and stuff like that when the update comes out, where they bring in more attachments. Obviously depends how that goes, so watch out for that. But yeah, at the end of this video, like I said, there's a full breakdown of the RPK. I have enjoyed it, but there are better choices for the RPK. But that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it and want to see more sort of content like this, you know, I've got a lot of guides planned, tips and tricks for new players, general tips for everybody, breakdown for specialists, class guides, weapon guides, you name it, you know, it's coming to this channel. So if you want to see that, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. This is the RPK setup I was using in this video. Obviously this is a vault weapon, so it's very limited on its attachment selection compared to all-out warfare. This may change in the future. If it does, there'll be an updated video pinned in the comments and also in the description. Let's get into it. Starting off, I got the REFLEX sight. Obviously it's up to you what you want to choose. I prefer this sight, but it's all personal preference. I know some people like the Cobra sight as another sort of close range optic. I haven't got any of these longer range ones on, as I prefer to play close to close medium. So I've got a 2x sight on just to help out if I need a bit of extra range, but I mainly use the reflex sight. Moving on to magazines, I like the extended mag as it gives you 60 bullets, so 15 more than the default one. It does sort of mess with the sort of recoil compared to the default mag. I don't really find it that noticeable, but you know, some people might. But those extra 15 bullets, you know, come in handy for killing, you know, a couple of extra enemies. For the underbarrel, I run the foregrip just to help offset that recoil. However, I do have the laser sight there just to help with any close quarter situations where, you know, I need to spray multiple enemies and it's in like a corridor or something, and you don't really want to aim down sight since it, you know, it takes a couple of milliseconds and you can lose a battle that way. For the bipod, that's what we run in to help with any. If I find a good place to post up with this gun, I like equipping the bipod, and I can just be an absolute laser beam and just put bullets down range. And I do find it handy as well if I need to sort of snipe enemies at a distance. You're not really doing like sniper shots with this, but if you want to be a bit more accurate with enemies at a distance and want to sort of be able to sort of do bigger bursts, the bipod comes in handy. There's only 3 sort of muzzle attachments, or barrel attachments, sorry. I go for the default muzzle, as the suppressor is the one that sort of reduces your overall firepower. So you can see here it goes from 54 down to 44, and I only use the suppressor if I need to get, you know, a bit more sneaky or from behind enemy lines, you know, waiting for my squad to spawn. I like to put the suppressor on then just to be that bit more stealthy. And the flash suppressor, I don't even use at all.